It's Arabella's Heart for Art. Arabella here. Well, I think you can see what I have. This is a printout, and it's about my discount that I have now in my Etsy store. And yeah, I wanted to share it because, well, 20% off right now, and it is until the 31st of October, so it's over here from now until, and it is included the 31st, so that's because there is an upcoming Halloween, so I wanted to do a discount on my Etsy store, so well, check it out, and perhaps you can see what I have to offer, and it will be really cheap right now because I'm not expensive from the start, or how do you say it, I don't know. But I will put this aside and then start, because I don't want to make this video too long. I'm sitting down because I don't have a really good day today, so I hope I'm good in frame, and this is the way I can keep it up. So this is my newest printable, and it's the same design, only a little bit different flowers, and here a little bit different also. That's over here, and I printed it out onto I think 110 pound cardstock, and it's recycled white cardstock, so that's what I use. I also printed it out onto brown recycled cardstock, and then it will look like this. So this is my newest printable. It's an envelope, and I just needed an envelope, that's what I thought. And I wanted an envelope, so I tried to make an envelope, and I left it like this with a scalloped edge, so you can cut it out and then you have a fun edge on the inside of your envelope. But yeah, you could also cut the flaps off and then make a small junk journal, and that's what I want to show also, how you can do that. And I also printed it out onto yeah, copy paper, just cheapy light coffee paper, and it came out really light because I told my printer what kind of paper it was, and then it used less ink, so that's also a possibility what you can do. You can, I don't know, I'm keeping it upside down, I don't know why. But yeah, I'm really happy about this, and I'm filming for the first time with my tripod, and I'm for the first time in my art room, so I have enough light. I have 3 windows over here, so, and it sounds maybe a little bit hollow because I don't have curtains yet, and here's all the yeah, it's not tidy up yet, so I'm sitting in between boxes still. So from the move, this is the last room that we have to do, but well, it will get done, and then I could show you. So also, when I started to work with my printable, I found out that the label was scooted a little bit too far to one side, and so this is an example that I made. It's a cover with fabric in between and with lace, but this lace is not real lace. It is made out of plastic, just like the plastic doilies. So I found this in action, and it's really pretty and also sturdy, so I thought, well, why not use this and try it. So I also tried with a book plate in between, so I will show you if you want how you, yeah, I will show you. And this was a learning curve because I got wrinkles in the middle, so I think I'm going to do a little bit of fabric here. So I want to experiment a little bit because I'm in love with junk journals. Also put the bow, the ribbon on the wrong side, because this is actually the inside, and I thought I was doing it the right way, but well, I will keep it like this. That's okay. And then I tried it with another printable, but then I changed it to printable and also put some more flowers in sort of a round design, and this will be in my Etsy also, because I want to change that. I wanted to change that because when I started to use it, yeah, I found out that it wasn't really what I was going for. So it's not really ugly or something, but I just wanted to label a little bit more in the middle. So this one I made also with the same fabric, and I used this for the inside. And also got a little bit of wrinkles because I put down very broad strips of double-sided adhesive, and I should have put it down that way, because when you start to fold, I saw that the wrinkles are in between that, and also because of the book plate. So I really have to use liquid adhesive. So that's what I'm going to use with my next cover, and that's what I'm going to show you, how you can make it. And this is also a strip from the same fabric. These were my curtains at one point. These are curtains from IKEA, and I frayed it a little bit, and it's just what I like. And here I used it without, I made it without that faux lace stuff. So I will put that aside. And so this is also one of my new covers, because I wanted to try something different, and I scooted that over, and then I tried also different flowers. Here is really a cool flower, and then with this edge, so that you can make the scalloped edge just as I told you that I made with my new printable that's an envelope. So this is what I want to make with you today. So I have one book plate left and I also have a key, and I have book corners. I don't know if I'm going to use them, but I wanted to go over what I will be using for this video. So this is from my second part, and that's called my romantic diary. That's what it's called. And yeah, I want to do this with this, and this I found at the Action, so that's also really nice to know. And I also tried some other designs. So I tried this one, and I tried it with these flowers, and I tried it another time with a red flower. And if you see one you want, I will put it in my shop. And I tried it with this flower, and this one I folded in half, so to try if I thought it was okay. And then I saw here I had a white line, and I wanted to change it. It's not that really ugly, but that's the sort of things that I watch out for. And here there is that torn edge, so you can cut around that, and that's what I did on one of the covers. So in this cover I cut around that torn edge, and that was really a nice touch. That's what I thought. So the ones that I tried already, I want to do a giveaway. So as soon as they are ready, and also the one that I'm making today, as soon as I am ready, I am going to do a giveaway. So keep that in mind, and I will keep you posted about that, because I thought, well, I could put these in my Etsy shop, but I never did a giveaway. So that was my priority, because you are so supportive from the beginning, most of you. So I really want to do a giveaway. So, and I will do that internationally, of course, because I want to include all my friends, also in the UK and in America, of course, and in other countries. So I will put this aside and I will show you some more things before I start. This I made for Lila, for my daughter, and this is made from the part 4, that's from the French book that I made. So yeah, this is what you could make. So you can make a little junk journal, and I did get off a little bit with my yeah, I used this this one, and I just folded it like this and tried to find the middle and then do that sound that I make. So I used that, and these are old book pages, and this is what I showed you, what I was tea staining. In another video I showed you this, and also tea stain paper I just store, and the inside. So I also want to show how you can do this, and I will show that in a minute. Also you can do that on what I just showed you, the French book, from the French book, part 4. You can just fold it in 4th, and that's really not difficult to do. So it's called a French allure, so then you know how it's called. Just in half, and then fold again in half. That's how I designed it. So to make it really easy, but you will have to, yeah, you could do it different and make folds over here, but I will make an easy booklet out of this. So then you see, this is the back and this is the front, and then this will be the inside. You could do it also like this. Let's see now, because this is a pocket, so that's why I see which side it is. So this is the front, but you could also score along these lines and make sort of a spine with this spine. So, and then put some adhesive. I could show it. Why not? And then I have to get my fabric, because I forgot it in my other room, because the other ones I was in my bedroom. I have my desk over there, and on that desk there's a mirror. So I thought, well, because this room wasn't ready, I thought I'm going to do it over there. But it's so dark over there. It's really a good bedroom, because you don't need a lot of light, right, when you go to sleep. And I forgot to get my parchment paper to actually, sorry about the noise. Let's clean this. And this desk is I made for my daughter. So there's a map from the world. That's a little bit of the bottom side of Africa that you see. So America's dead away underneath all my inky stuff. So, and then just fold it in half, but you can also do this on cardstock. So let's get my bone folder over here, and then make it flat like this. And if you get off, well, that's okay. Alright, so you can cut this, and then get my scissors, cut this a little bit, because I don't like white edges. It doesn't look finished, that's why. I hope I'm in frame, because I can't stand up and see what I'm doing. I checked it before I did go sit down. I went to sit down, I mean. because I'm tired, the words are a little bit more difficult for me to get all the words in my head, out of my head, so to speak. So like this, and then actually you could make, yeah, let me see if I have sheets somewhere, and then just, wait a minute, yeah, old book page, you will get an old book page, folded. For instance, you don't have to have an old book page, but you can do it. And then also you could fold it in fourth and then cut the sides. So then you have 4 pages at once. So this is an old medicine book that I got from my mom. And if you want 4 pages, then you will have to cut these sides. So let's try that on camera. You could do it differently, but I'm doing it like this. So let's see if I'm on camera, of course. So like that. And now you have instantly 4 pages. So what I do is I will search for the middle, like this. And also want to ink it a little bit. And close my adhesive so that it doesn't dry, of course, like this. And I'm using Distress Ink. Walnut Stain is the name, because I like darker colors, and this is something that you can distribute the ink a little bit easy. So if you distress the edges, it will look a little bit more grungy, and that's the look that I'm often going for. It's my taste. So like this. And then the other side, that's also visible. You could do the inside also if you like that. And also you could do this with a twine. That's not really a big deal. I always take my time to ink my pages. This is also what you can do. You can lay it flat and then make sure you have a good something underneath, and then do something like this. The edges a little bit. Also over the page, make it a little bit old. It is old, this book, but make it more old. So like this. And if you want to make a crisp line in the middle, you have to fold it on itself backwards, and then ink it like this. And then the other side, like that. And if you want some lined paper, you can get some lined paper, but I will do it like this for the video. And I could put more papers in it, of course. So I will lay it in the middle, and I hope I'm going okay. And then I hope I have enough in them, and hope I'm going in the middle, because that's really hard to see. Oh, I'm sorry, I bumped into you guys. So I'll make it a little bit in the middle, and here I can see the fold now really well because I inked it, so that's easy to line up also, because you see an edge, and I want it, of course, because there are just 4 pages or 2 stacked onto each other. I don't use any paper clips, so now I'm trying to line it up in the middle. I hope I'm doing it okay. Oh, it's empty. It is empty. Oh no, it's empty. Well, I don't have enough, so I can't show you. I'm so sorry about that. But you get the drift. You put those in it, and on the other side you fold them. I'm so sorry about this, I should have checked beforehand, but well. And then you have a junk journal, and these are upside down. You could put them in the right order, and you could ink every fold. So that is what I wanted to show you. And then I forgot something, but I will get it in the other room in a minute. So I also wanted to show you my fall design, and I'm so proud of this, and I got really good feedback from everybody that saw it. These also have pumpkins, so I also want to make this before Halloween, because that I really designed it with that in mind, and fall also. So I also have this really nice design with the eyelets, and I have something in mind to do with that, so I also want to show that to you. And then I wanted to show with this design what I had in mind. I'm sorry about the noise. With these leaves I showed you in another video. So my idea is to just stick them onto the edge or in between the layers, that's also possible. And then you will have such a fun design. And this is also really nice to make with your children for Halloween or something, because of, or fall, because it's really a little bit whimsical. It's I made it like it's a forest in the background. So this is, yeah, it reminded me a little bit of children, a little bit playful. That's the word that I was looking for. It's a little bit playful. So, and also really colorful, and that's really what I love also. So that is also what I wanted to show you. And also what you can do is print the inside if you have enough, if you have sturdy enough cardstock. You can print the end papers or the inside papers right onto the back. So that's what I did. And what I did was unclick fit to page. That is a button that you can click on your computer when that's about your printer. And when you open that, all your information about your printer and the settings, there you will find what is best. So this will go full page, but you can also put it on your own size, on your own country size, if your printer is allowing you to do that, and you have that on your printer, of course. But 8.5 by 11 is just about the same as an A4, but it is there is a little bit of difference. So, but you can change that. And you can also make it smaller and make it a traveler's notebook size I mean, because I designed it that the middle is a little bit off center, then you have more things to work with. So this could be a pocket. You can fold it to the inside, and then this and this is really the same size. So that's what I had in mind, to make the back a little bit longer, so that you can make a pocket with this fun fun design with all those fun things that you see. So that is it. And now for this video, what I want to make is this cover. And I brought everything except my fabric, so I'm going to rush over really fast and get my fabric. So hold on. Because I already made 2 covers, I really, I know what I want, and I know what I want to make. only I will have to think about what I want to do for the inside. So yeah, oh yeah, I forgot something. When you can also print out for the full design, you can also print it out separately, and then you can put something in between like the leaves, and then you will have also really a fun little book. So that is how I did it. And here you can fold it over also. So also with the full, I made sort of a pocket at the on the end, so that's also possible. And now I want to start with this and find the other side that I printed out. I will have to find it. Also want to show all the pages and things that I planned out. So I'll put this aside for just 1 minute. These are the tea stained papers that I want to use, but these are a little bit yellow. I don't know if the camera is picking that up, but I used tea, but I also used a little bit of spray ink with it, and that was dark yellow. So here I put a doily onto it, and that I hope you can see that was picking up the doily. So this is a little bit too fragile. I think I'm going to use that for something else, or maybe perhaps try to stick them together or something, because it is really fragile. And the heart, with the heart one, it really broke off, so I used that for a tag, this piece. But this really came out so nice because I mixed up the tea with a little bit of spray ink on the back side. So perhaps I'm cutting this out so I can use the inside of it. It is too big, so that will be a good thing. So these are my tea stained papers. That is what I'm going to use. And also I'm going to use this parchment where I sprinkled everything onto it. And I like the sound, not for the camera, not for the video, but I like the sound and I like the feel. Also found in between my stash this painted doily. That's what I'm going to use, and I already printed out, because my plan is to make one signature, everything folded in half, really a little bit an easy way, and then fold it in half and then make a saddle stitch. That's what it's called when everything is folded in half. So here I did the same what I just showed you. One is on the one side, so, and the other one is on the other side. And here I made a little bit of an inside with a little bit of music paper that I inked up, and then I laid it on the inside, but I made it see-through, so a little bit not so stark, so that it was nice with it. So I'm using this one also with the faux stitch on the edge on one side, and then this one with these tapes on the back on the other side. And here is the new one, and here I used, you see, stains, and this is what I did digitally. So I took pictures of my tea stained paper, and I took pictures of gesso paper, and that I made see-through and then layered it. So here you see the gesso, but it is my own gesso, so just you know, I didn't use any other pictures. But and this is also what I want to use in this journal, so I'm making a little envelope, and this I'm just using, this didn't print out correctly, but I'm using it anyway. This is the old one, because now I have two just about the same holes, so I think I'm using these tags also. And here I did the same. Excuse me, I printed one on the one side, and I love my own edge. from a gel print. If you don't know, it looks like watercolor edges. You see that? It looks like watercolor, but it is, I made it see-through with my program on Canva. So I really love this. And on the other side I did print out my rose design. So I'm out of frame, I think. I'm sorry. And here's also the watercolor edge onto it. This is the French page. I want to do that from a French book. This is from part 4. That's also available in my shop. And that's a French allure. That's what it's called. And the other side didn't print out correctly, but that's okay. I will fold this and then glue it. So I forgot about that, but that's okay. I'm only using this side, so I will make a little booklet that goes into it, and that is the same thing as what I just showed you. So this becomes this, only this is in normal paper and this is in cardstock, so that you can see the difference when I make it. But here you see, when you print out something wrong, just print out something on the back and then try to use it again. So stick down a good page onto this, something like that you can do. These are old book page from a medical book that I got from my mom. And these are the tea stained papers that I made when I was filming, to tell you about my new printable that I'm now working with. So this is really, I'm not using this. I just used this to ink, so I can use that again to ink. I will put that aside. But my beautifully tea stained paper, this is real tea stained, and yeah, really little bit ink, a little bit of that brown distress ink that I showed you. So yeah, these are already folded. Here I also use that a little bit of spray ink, but then yellow. And here I also have one page with lined paper. So I tried it with unlined paper also. So that is all of the papers that I'm going to use. And now I'm going to talk a little bit about the things I'm going to use. I already showed you the ink. I will use this ink for this book. And I also have different sorts of colored ink. So perhaps I'm using the pinkish reddish one, but then I will have to dilute it. I'm using adhesive. I'm using my glue pen, and that is Tesa Glue Pen Duo. So here is the pen, and I don't know what is on the back. I'm really curious, is that to refill or can I use it? Yeah, I can use it. It's sort of a divider thingy. That's really, what is that? It's sort of a little comb like things. So I think I'm going to use that, because then you can divide it. So this is for accuracy, for instance, for the edges, and then this I can divide it. So I'm really wanted to try this and then tell you what I think about it. So also I'm using double-sided tape. I'm using this one, about ½ an inch and 2 inches. So this is really for my carpet to put down, but I bought it for my tiles, sort of tiles for my home, but I didn't use it, only at the staircase, on the top of the staircase there. I had to put it down so that nobody's tripping, but yeah, I didn't use it because it had his own adhesive. So but this is really thin, so I want to try to use this also and see. But I'm going to see what I can do. And also I want to see the back of this, because I printed out also a back side for that. Perhaps I also left that in the room next door. Oh no. Yeah, I was so really good prepared until I decided to go to this room. And also what I wanted to show you, I found at the Action, that's the last thing I want to show you, are these, the metal keys. So I also have one with a heart. That's also really cute, but these colors really went well together, but the other keys are also really cute. So, and I also have some book corners, and I just hear that one of them fell down, so I can't reach for it. But these are the book corners, and these were the book plates also in the middle. So I bought this at Action, and it really is really cheap. And one corner just fell down, so really in between stuff. So I think I can't reach for that, and I won't be using that. I want to look one time if the paper that is for the back side is that I didn't and I'm already throwing something else down that corner. The same corner. Yeah, I'm going to see. Well, first I'm going to do something with this fabric, because it's not the good size, but it's really I love this edge. It's already frayed, so I'm going to put this down and see if I can make this in the right size. I mean, let's see, because I don't want to fray those sides again. Yeah, I'm just making a slit in the fabric. Put this aside for a minute, and then do this. So I'll put that aside. Now it's not really yet in the right size, so I'm going to lay it down again. Maybe I will bump into you guys a few times, because I'm not used to these this stuff where the camera is now on my phone, I mean. So let's see, what is the right size? Was this the right size, or am I doing it the wrong way? Let's see. I'm going to put this aside for a minute. That's distracting me. But also this, and also this. Let's see. Yeah, I'm seeing what I'm doing now. Yeah, that's good. That will be good. So now I'm cutting a slit just about where I think it's okay, and then rip it, but this is the other way around, so sometimes it goes a little bit crooked. So I'm keeping all these strips. I also want to make a closure with one of these long ones, so that's what I'm doing right away. And then I'm going to look for my other side that I already printed. So I don't know what I did with it, but I just moved everything into this room, so it must be somewhere, not in the stack that I just searched. I'm going to look one more time, and I also have some papers behind me, so it could be that it's on that stack. They're not here, and I'm just going to look behind me, because I put a lot of papers behind me. Those are for my mom, and I'm going to send that this stack to her, so that she can also make something. So that is the plan. I don't see it because I printed it out onto the more heavyweight cardstock. So, and I also think that it was the lady that I already printed out, but I don't know for sure. So no, it's not over here. So I'm going to go next door as I'm moving some stuff. I will just cut this out. Well, I just have to cut that. I also found this paper, so I think I'm going to use also this paper. I will put that aside, and then I will take just one paper that I think that will go, but then that's not on cardstock. And that I will just glue it, so that is my plan. I will put this fabric aside for a minute, make a little bit more room for myself. And this I will now stick down onto brown cardstock to make it a little bit more sturdy. I think I want to do that, but I want to keep it a little bit pliable. So I'm using this paper because I think those colors really also go well. Everything goes in my printable. Everything goes together. This is a little bit more pinkish, but yeah, that will be on the inside then, if you can understand me. I'm not all over the place. So this I will do with I think wet glue. Yeah, I will try it with this. I think no, I will do this with double-sided tape, and on the inside wet adhesive, so that it's really well adhered. So I will have to edit a little bit because I walked off. That's not so fun for you guys to see that, so that's okay. I'm a little bit crooked. Don't pull, just lay it down, because when you pull it you will pull the paper up. So something I learned along the way. I hope my head is not in the way. I'm not used to filming like this, so even if I already practice a little bit with the other covers. So, but that was in the other room, so that's also different. Because this is plain paper, I want to make it a little bit more sturdy. So it is for the cover. So what you can also do, of course, is put some cardstock that is I'm a little bit off, I see, but I will cut that. use cardstock that is more sturdy than this, for instance. And I have an example. This is the back of a drawing pad to draw. So this is soft, a soft board, I think that's what it's called. You can of course use also for your tags and stuff a pizza box, and that's what I'm using. So I just go to my neighbors and ask, do you have a pizza box? If I don't have it, and sometimes they will keep it aside for me. So I have nice neighbors here. I can ask everything I want. They don't think that about anything that is weird or something, so they will accept you just as you are, and that's really, really nice. Nobody's weird, nobody's different, everybody's a somebody and important. This I will burnish really good. So I have a little bit more room here on this desk. I'm happy about that. So I hope I am not rocking you back and forth, making the camera move too much. And sorry if my head is in the way, I have such a beautiful view I want to show you. I think I will do that in another video. So I will put that aside for a minute. I don't have a good yeah, it's not set up the right way yet, so in this room. And I kept the sides. I could have cut that really good, but there will be fabric in between, so I'm not sweating it. It doesn't have to be perfect because I want a shabby look, so and you can't see it. So, and now I will put down some liquid. I think I think I'm not going for the liquid. You know why? Because I have a printer that's not waterproof. I don't have a laser printer. That's what I mean. So this could affect my printout, so that's what I want to avoid. So that's why I'm going for this. And with this I'm sure that it won't interfere with my ink from my printer. So it's also good to know, if you have a laser printer, that it's and you spill some water onto it, that it's okay and it won't ruin your image. And that's what I mean. I have an upset stomach, so excuse me beforehand if you hear my stomach roar or something. I did eat an apple before I started filming, so I won't be hungry, I think. So let's try a Dutch word, just to try. Cardstock. That means karton in Dutch. We have a rolling R, but it depends where you live in Holland. But I live close to Rotterdam, and that's why I have that rolling R, I think. So now I will have to watch. I don't have to watch which side because there's nothing on the back. But I was still checking because I check everything and I don't want to make a mistake. I'm sorry if my head is in the way, because yeah, that lining up, that's not really my strongest suit. Lining it up. But what I also can do, and that's a trick I saw, is that you on the double-sided tape you put a little bit, not too heavy, a little bit, and I'm shouting, a little bit of that double-sided tape, and that's because then you have a minute and you can pull it if it's not if it's not, I'm sorry. No. Okay, let's just go. And I also forgot to put some parchment paper underneath to keep my desk clean and to keep it the adhesive from my prints. Also, something like this, I think. I'm a little bit off, but I will work with this. So yeah, I will cut that. That's okay. That's okay. It's really not straight. And here, let's see. Yeah, I will cut that off. That's really not big of a deal because this will be shown. So everything that's an overhang and that is showing, that's what I'm cutting off. And on the other side will be the fabric, so I'm not sweating that, but I'm only cutting what will be shown. So let's see if I can do that a little bit good, because there's adhesive onto it. I will use my scissors, but I also have this paper cutter, and that is really a cheap one. I bought at Action here in the Netherlands. It was only €4, so what do you think about that? So it's really cheap. So I want to adhere it really good. I'm sorry about the noise, but this is really necessary to do. And then I will take the fabric, place it in the middle, work a little bit faster because I already explained so much. So I'm really working on the back side first, on the inside. So that it's fitting, because now it pulls a little bit because of the strings. So these were my curtains at one point, and I see here, oh no, it's just a little bit of thingies, and I will keep those threads, I think. So I'm thinking what I want to use now, and this could be the liquid adhesive, because I really want this to be good adhered. So I'm doing the same thing. For the edges I will take the 1/2 inch, just about. Let me check it. Where are my, here it is, my ruler. This is also something you could use. So I show you all the things, and the bone folder is really handy. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's about, well, that was in centimeters. It's under 1/2 inch. Yeah, it's smaller than 1/2 inch. And this, let me check for you. This is 1 inch. That is correct. Oh, and this is 2 inches. So that is really, and in centimeters, this is 5 centimeters. 5. Hey, I see the other book corner. That wasn't what I threw down. Or did I? Now I don't see that card. Oh, card. Oh my goodness. That's so funny. Okay, and this in centimeters is 2.5 centimeters. And this is in centimeters just under 1 centimeters. Just about 1 centimeters wide. So now you all know what sizes I use. Yeah, now I did put it aside, but I will use it. So how do I do this? Yeah, like this. So put this on the edge again, and I'm doing the same thing as the other side. So you could fast forward for this if you if you don't want to see me do this again. So like this. I'd also want to think about the closure. before I put the fabric down, perhaps do the closure, but I'm thinking about doing it over the cover for this one, because I thought that look was really shabby, a shabby look. I really don't want to put anything over my my design. I designed it that it's pretty on itself, if I can say it like that, about my own printables. But that is really my feeling about it. So like this. So the edges are really important. So you have to rub it and burnish it really good. All the time, always. And that's what I'm going to do. Put that aside again and then rub again. Burnish again really good. Like this. This room really gives me good vibes because I have such a wonderful view. And yeah, I don't know what it is. This whole neighborhood gives me good vibes and gives me a good feeling. So right now the people are really friendly, and that's also when you move, you don't know that beforehand what will happen. And I did try to meet some of the people, and because I want to get a feel of the neighborhood, and that's what I really tried to do, because yeah, you don't know where you I did want to know where we end up, so what kind of neighborhood it is, and so on. So, and now I'm using this liquid adhesive because now it will become underneath the fabric. And the fabric is also, I'm first placing it, and then with the other side I'm trying that new thingy that I saw. So perhaps it will seep through the fabric, but I will wait until it's dry enough before I put the cover. And I also could do the closure underneath. I will decide later on, and maybe you can watch together, because I didn't decide for the closure. I didn't decide it. Yeah, that works. I can really divide it a lot better. Wow, that's a good idea. I think I'm using this side for the big sides, and then the other sides for the edges. So yeah, this works really well, and I think that's also better because it doesn't seep through for the fabric. So like this. So I'm only doing the cover because I already explained so much, and the video will be a little bit too long. So I hope I made it wide enough. I will fold it a little bit in half, and then try to get the corners a little bit on the right side, and I can't see it, so oh, there's a, wait a minute, there's a key. I'm going to do it a little bit like this, I think. Let me see what the best way is, because I don't want my head in the way. So I'm folding it in half, yes. And then get the corners. And then try. No. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So I fold it in half again, and then pull it a little bit to me, because I can't see it correctly, and my eyes are not that good anymore. I'm not that old, but I'm not really squeaky young anymore also. So I also always had bad eyes my whole life, but now they're getting really bad. So So I'm draping it over it a little bit and then going to rub from one side to the other, and it is seeping a little bit, but I'm okay with that. So you see, this is really working. I do see that already. So rubbing with my hands, and already you see how nice that looks. Yeah, this edge is really perfect, almost perfect, with those rough edges. Yeah, I don't want to pull, because I will pull it off, and this is a little bit too long, this, so I'm saying a Dutch word, dus, so that means so. That's because I'm tired. I will cut that, but I love that fraying. I will fray it again, that's okay. I don't want it that big, sticking out of the book, so I will cut a few of these edges, and that's because I stuck it down. When you do that, the fabric will spread a little bit, stretch, that's the word, stretch. Oh, that's already looking really good. Yeah, I like that look, and I wanted to do that for the longest time because I used to sew, but my sewing machine, when I moved, I had to I had to get rid of it or something, but I had it for plus 25 years or something, so that was really a little bit difficult for me. It's just a sewing machine, but so now I can't sew anymore, and I'm searching and I'm saving for a sewing machine so I can sew my own edges. And that's really, for this design, it's really nice. Well, I can fray it really easily, this fabric. But here it's a little bit too short. Here it's going into the paper. So I'm cutting that and then fray this a little bit. Oh yeah, I love that. Yeah, I will leave it like this. So, tidy up a little bit. Yeah, it's all over me, of course, all that fabric, and here it's a little bit long, but I'm keeping it. So this is getting dry a little bit, and I'm going to try and think about the closure, because I want to do something like this, but then on the outside. So I think I'm going to stick it down on the outside. Let's see if I like that look. Oh, see how, oh, that looks really nice with those edges. Let's see if I like that look. Maybe if I do it like this. Yeah, I think I like that. I don't know what I want to do. The other covers, I did do it on the inside. Let's pull them to show. Yeah, here I did it on the inside, and then you see my design really well. And here I didn't fray it yet, so I want to do that. I kept a little bit longer. And here I frayed it really well, and with the other lace. I could use the lace also, because this is a little bit French, but when I do the lace here, you won't see the edge. I made the edge a little bit too narrow for, yeah, this is a little bit how it will look. So this is the inside, and then this is the outside. I really love it. And I don't know what I'm doing with this, but I think I'm just going to fold it in half, and then it won't be on any of these lines. But I made these lines so that you can make also here you can make a pocket, here you could make a spine, or make this the spine. Then you have a lot of options. That's why I did it like this. Well, I wanted to do the book plate, but now I don't know where the brads are. They are in the other room, of course. So I will get the brads, because I really love that look of the book plate. Well, I have to cut that. Oh, why did I forget so many things? And I only see one, of course. Where's the other one? I lost the other one. Yeah, I did only find one bread, so that's really a disappointment to me. This is really just too bad, because I just wanted to show you how that looked. I think I'm going to stick it down, so I will use a lot of adhesive and then stick it down. Perhaps use one bread then. That will show. I don't like it when I don't know where something is. Do you have that also? I don't know what to do now. I think I just going to put it down. Yeah, I want that really bad here. This looks so special, a little bit more yeah, special. So I will put this underneath. This is, let's see if I'm still in frame. Yes, I'm still filming. So I'm using this, and this is just sort of a cushion. How do you call that? What you use when you, in the box, when you have earrings or something. That's where I got it. I also have a big one that was underneath one of my bags, so in an old bag. This is what I do. I'm getting the book plate in the right position, and then I'm going to, because I only have one bread, I think it fell on the floor in the other room or something. Well, I'm just going to stick it down really well and use one bread. I don't like it, but I'm using what I have and I'm doing what I have, so I will have to work with it. Maybe I'm sticking down a bead later on or something. I just want to show you so bad how you do it. So I want to get this a little bit good. And then you will put this onto it, but now I will have to stick it down. How will I have to do that? I'm getting, what kind of adhesive do I? Yeah, I will have to use a liquid. That's really tricky. Well, if it doesn't work, yeah, I will make a different one and make a different video. That's okay too. I'm going a little bit not above my printable, so I'm so yeah, I don't hope this will seep through, because that will show on my on the printable, also where my thumb was I'm putting, and where the bread is. I could do it without a bread. If it doesn't work, if I don't get it, the bread, I will pull the bread. So this is how you do it. You position it, and in the meantime I want to have clean hands so that I don't ruin something, and get the hole, and that doesn't work. Yeah, it works. And now, before I'm doing the bread, I'm positioning the other side, because I don't have the bread. So I will press it down a little bit, and then go to the back side and pull the bread, one to one side and one to the other side. So like this. So now it looks like that. And I did make 2 holes with the bread. I didn't do, this is the first time I did that. So now I will have to wait a little bit before this dries. That's so bad, I can't find it. I'm going to search on the floor. Wait a minute. You talk amongst yourselves in your own home. That's right. Let's see, where's the bread? Put the bread in. Show me where the bread is. The big one. Really big, too big. Perhaps put flour over it then. Well, I tried. No, it's nowhere inside, so that's just too bad. So this is, yeah, it's dry, and you can also write something here, so that's also possible. So close my adhesive, and now is the time before you stick everything down to ink it a little bit, and I did forget that with the back page, so to ink the edge, I mean, and that's what I'm going to do with this this one. So my inky thing is a little bit loose, I see, and there are threads in between, of course. Let's see. Yeah, this is a little bit loose. Well, I'm trying it. I'm sorry about that. So, and also want to stick down the key. And I will have to, yeah, get a... I'm doing it like this, so like that. And this will give an extra, you will have an extra, yeah, I think it's extra. So I like that look. It's a finished look. I love this edge because what I made for my sister, I really love it. Now I'm talking about my sister, I'm thinking about all my sisters. I have a lot of sisters. We were with 13 children when I grew up. So I'm from, ooh, I'm sorry about that. That was the lid from the ink, Distress ink was underneath. This you could make a scalloped edge, by the way. You could do that. So one cover is off center, the other cover, what was wrong with that? Nothing. No, there was nothing wrong with this one. So this is what it looks like when you use both breads. And when you think ahead, you can put something in between papers. And that's really, I also take my time to ink. I'm not rushing it because I love this. So yeah, why not take your time when you like something, right? That's what I think. So I'm from a really big family. And it was always buzzing at our house. We could bring friends and over and they stayed to eat. My mom, she made dinner for everyone, and we have pictures that we all sit around the big table with the very big pots and pans on top. So I could name all my brothers and sisters. I also have brothers, but I won't do that. But I did mention Karin, and I will mention Geke, And of course my children are very, very important, so I want to mention them, and then I'm stopping. And my mom, but I did mention her a few times. My mom's really important, of course, like most moms, and a really big example for me, but I'm getting a little bit older now, so I really appreciate her more, I think, than I used to, especially when you're a teenager, right? Then you don't really think about those things when you're a teenager. But she also always said, wait until you get older, then you will see what I mean. Well, yeah, that's right. She's so right about everything. Well, okay, I will put this down, I think, or I will wait, because I don't know where the fold really will be. So I'm holding off. I could also do this. Yeah, this was my idea. Wait a minute, where's that strip? Here's the strip. Now's the time to think about the closure also. So what kind of closure do you want? Do you want ribbon? That's also a possibility. I do have a little piece of ribbon, but I will keep that for another video, because that's also in the other room, and I don't want to leave again, so to get it. So I could make it a little bit less wide. What do you guys think about that? If I make it a little bit smaller, I think that will look a little bit better. So I'm making a small slit in the middle. This is really a long tutorial, because I showed you so many things beforehand, what I will use and all that stuff. So now I have two closures. I will save that for another book, for the next one. The next one I'm going to make, I want to make the envelope, but I think I'm going to make the envelope in between. I don't know, I'm going to see if I think that looks really good. And then after this I have to hurry a little bit with my fall design. I want to show the fall design and make a fall book. So yeah, really like that. Wow, I love it. Let's see if I could make a bow. So I'm going to measure it like this, and then yeah, I could make a bow. Yeah, this is possible. So I want this on the outside. This is something what you can do, I will show it. Put this down, and I show it also to myself now, because I know what I want. That's also possible, but I don't know. I think that looks finished when it's on top. It's different with this design than the other books. I thought it was yeah, not beautiful, and then you don't see the roses. And yeah, this one I love, this design. I will put this on Etsy also. I really love it with the pink flowers and that edge. I also inked this edge, so that will define the edge. What you also can do is ink this, but I will keep this white, because everything else is a little bit grungy, and then you have, yeah, you see the difference between white and the grunginess. So I think I will use double-sided tape for this, but I'm afraid that you will see it. Yeah, that's also possible. I didn't think about that, because I love it that you see through it, but then you will see the adhesive. But I am afraid to use liquid adhesive. Let's see, let's make a decision. Yeah, this will dry clear, of course, but I'm afraid to mess my design up a little bit. So should I put it underneath? This is really well adhered, and it didn't ruin anything. So also could where's that key? Where did I leave that key? I can't see it anywhere. That's really curious. I lost my key. Ah, it's over here. You guys saw it already, right? I could also do this. Oh, this is really a good idea. Wow, I love it. On top, or do this. Oh, wow. Yeah, something like that. I'm just making it up as I go. This will make really pretty closure. Or so, like this. No, that's really... Because this is my diary, my romantic diary, that's what it's called. This is part 2. And that's why I'm using a key, because on here you can write your name or something. That's why I really wanted to use that book plate, but yeah, without one brad. I think I will cut the brad and then glue it on afterwards. That's also what I can do. Well, I'm making this too long, so I have to decide. I think I'm just sticking down this first. What do you guys think? I hope it doesn't ruin it to stick it down, I mean. Well, I just try it, and when it's ruined, it's ruined. Then I will make a new one. So this is also a possibility. You can do use some hankies in between. That's really romantic. Or make pockets with the hankies. Yeah, see it? Like this. That's also really nice to do, but I'm not doing it now because I already have that fabric. That's a little bit bulk enough for underneath. So I'm starting with adhesive, and the first thing I do is stick something over those. Yeah, those are a little bit hard. So that's what I'm doing, and then really gently rub it, because there is that book plate underneath, and that's also a little bit wet, I see. So with the point I'm going in between and stuff like that. So then I can pull that off in a minute. That's because of the book plate. And then I'm wait a little bit, because I first want to do the edges, and then I will stick onto this thing. Because, and now I thought about inking also on time, so I'm happy about that. Sometimes I'm putting down the adhesive just as the inside papers, and I forget to ink. So first the edges again, that are so important, because if the edges will curl, then it will go, yeah, it will get torn. The paper can't handle being bent and curly and all that stuff. So this I also found at Action, by the way, and I don't see it really good. My eyes are really bad now, so will have to need a new a pair of new glasses, I think. So, and that side, like that, and then rub it again, burnish it really good. Goed. Een beetje hard, maar niet te hard dat je papier kapot gaat. So that was Dutch, of course. Don't rub it so hard that your paper will rip. And I will sometimes try to teach you a little bit Dutch. That will be fun, don't you think? And now, yeah, pull everything off the backing. I'll pull that off and start with this edge on this side. just only the point, and please remember, don't stick into your paper, of course, if you use this thing. Yeah, you pick up so many tips when you watch other ladies, so that's really nice that you can learn from each other, because now they can also learn from me, I hope. So now I will use the liquid adhesive, because this is really sturdy stuff. So yeah, I think I'm using the liquid one, and then use the back side that distributes right away. And because my design for the cover, that is printed onto cardstock, because that is why I'm not so nervous. This won't seep through the other side. This is really sturdy cardstock. So. But I did want to buy recycled cardstock. A little bit extra around the book plate, so that I don't get a bubble underneath. That's also really important when you use a book plate like this. So, like that. I hope the lighting is better over here. I did try to film in my other room, but there it was really, the light was so bad, and I was filming, and then halfway that I was filming, it got dark, and I didn't notice at all. So, because yeah, on film it's more, of course. So now you will have to watch out which way is which way, because I have the tapes. This is the upside, and then I'm peeking here. Even if I see the book plate, I'm peeking just to make sure that I'm doing everything on the right side. And I think I'm turning it around. Yeah, already a little bit of glue. I will get my hands a little bit dirty, but this way I can see it. I will stand up for this. Now I can see it a lot better. So just try to find, line it up, find the corners a little bit, and then release it when you think you're on the you're a little bit good. And it's okay. Yeah, I will do it like this. So, and now when you see that it's good, you rub it down. So, and I thought I forgot the closure, but I was freaking out a little bit. I think, is there something underneath here, or I'm a little bit off. Well, that's okay. You won't be able to see that because of the fabric. So here you see, here's the other side, and here's this side. So yeah, that's okay. So I really love this. You can mix and match also. This is also from the second part, but still can mix and match. So now I will do the closure, fold it, and then that will be the end of the video, because this video is getting really long. I didn't grab it. I just thought I saw the ribbon, but let's see, the middle, just ignore it when I talk. Only when I'm saying something you want to hear. Just listen to that. I think I do want to use double-sided for this, because with the liquid, I don't know, it's getting crispy, the fabric. Maybe I will do both, but let's see how many strips. Just one in the middle, perhaps. I'll put it on the fabric because I first want to see. Is that the middle? Because there's an edge that's curling a little bit, and now I'm off center. I just want, instead of measuring, just eyeball it a little bit like this. And then Yes, I did want a little bit crooked, so I don't hope that will be seen. So yeah, that's a little bit on one side and that's on the other side. You will see it a little bit. What will I do? What will I do? I think I'm just doing it because I like that look, and if you see the adhesive a little bit, that will be okay. Maybe I will ink it a little bit or something, or fray it a little bit more. Just what I'm doing now. Yeah, that will be okay. Now I'm putting this aside for just 1 minute to really burnish this, so rub it really good, like this, so that I'm sure that it's adhered really well to the fabric. And because this is fabric, I think I am using a little bit of liquid adhesive. So with the back side you won't see it as much, but I think I will use a little bit of liquid adhesive because I'm afraid this is not enough, or will it be? I think it's enough. I'm thinking out loud. So I really love this cover. I'm in love with it, with all my printables. So now I'm choosing where I want it a little bit. So I'm doing it. So I have these lines. Am I in frame? Oh, I hope I wasn't framed the whole time. How far do I want it to be? And I'm seeing with my fingers where the thingies are. I'm really stretching it a little bit, not too much, but yeah, something a little bit lower, I think, right? A little bit more in the middle. Yeah, something like this. Okay, I'm just doing it. Woo, I like it. Oh wow, this is really nice. I like it a lot, really. Yeah, I like this look. What was I thinking? Why was I nervous? I did go a little bit crooked, so I hope I have enough on the ends, but that's okay. You see with this fraying that it's an extra shabby look. Oh wow, I like this. I didn't know how it would look. Sometimes you just have to try. Just stick it down and try. Think a little bit about it, but not think too much. Overthink. Don't overthink it. Oh wow, now the sun is shining also outside. This is also where I get a little bit afraid that it will wrinkle. So if I'm going to fold it, I hope the fabric is not pulling it a little bit too much. Yeah, I see here it will wrinkle. So what you will have to do, because the other two did wrinkle, is work with where the fold is going to be. And you don't have to use a bone folder, just, yeah, here this will wrinkle. I already see where the wrinkle is coming, so I'm working that a little bit more. The paper will have to get used to the fold, you know. So that is what you're doing. And it's also with all that adhesive and those glues, and yeah, then it wants to wrinkle on the inside really bad. So everything is stuck, so it can't get anywhere. And then yeah, if there's a bubble anywhere, there is the wrinkles coming. So here the wrinkle wants to come, and here. So yeah, it's a little bit less. I think I want to score it a little bit. I think that could help the cover a little bit. Let's try that. Where is my bone folder? Where did it go? Ah, I have it. It's not where it's supposed to be, so I think I'm going to do that, and then it won't pull as much. Let's see if that is. Oh yeah, it's a little bit off. I see the middle, but that's okay. I'm taking the inside middle, not the outside middle. Lining it up with those, this is a rose stem that I took to make a middle, by the way. That's not a real painted middle or something. It's a rose stem. A drawing from a rose and then made a stem. So, push. Not too hard. Maybe it's not dry enough, but I really let this dry enough, I think. Also I should have made the fold first and then put the closure, because this will pull a little bit. I think that is what's going on now. But I'm going on until I have it. Yeah, I cracked it a little bit here. Now I will hold this here. You can do it with your ruler. Keep it in place, and then on the back of the book, on the front, you manipulate the paper a little bit, and then you feel when it gives. You will feel it. So I'm doing this just until I feel that it can make the fold. I hope, because I want to make a book with one signature. Yes, it's folding. Okay, I did make the fold without too many wrinkles, a little bit in the middle, but that's okay. And with this design it's not that bad. So now I'm squeezing a little bit on the outside, not that much, a little bit, and I feel that this is a little bit pulling, so you could do this, but then the wrinkle is coming here. I did put a lot of adhesive on the book plate, but yeah, it all with the book plate that's really difficult, so it makes a little bit of a bubble because you put something in between paper and then also fabric. Of course it will react to that. So paper is a little bit stretchy. When you work it, it will work with you. And I really have a flower exactly where, on the inside, exactly where my book plate is, so that won't be an issue. Also, if this is getting too wrinkly, I could also get a strip of my fabric and then put that on the inside, and I think I'm going to do that also. So let's see. And when you have a sewing machine, you're really lucky. And I'm happy for you because I'm not the jealous type. But yeah, I would recommend to sew it now, and not when you sew it, don't use as much glue, because that will be yeah, that will be an issue with your needle, of course. But I think sewing people know that, but people who sew can't talk. So now I'm going again, making it flat again. I don't hope I'm ruining everything now, but I really love this look because I really like the sewn edge look. So, and that will make it a little bit that look. So this I will get on the inside and then the key on the outside, and that will be it for this cover. So then I already am over an hour with the filming. I'm guessing, I don't know exactly. I will use the liquid adhesive for this, where it is, but not that much. I'm using enough so that it's sticking just about enough. So this will distribute really well. This is really comes in handy for fabric. I do notice that, so I will buy this more often, especially when I see it doesn't, yeah, it will keep working really good for me. So put this aside, and then I forgot to, let's see, where's my, I forgot to put down my special, I could do it now because I don't want any, yeah, this parchment paper. This will help because parchment paper will keep everything from sticking. So I do have a stain on this print out, but I'm using everything that I have. So let's make sure on which side I put glue. It was on the other side, so let's turn that around. Right. So when you have a lot of wrinkles, this wasn't so bad with this try, but you could just put down your favorite cardstock or something. This isn't sticking down as much, but do I have it on the other side? It's seeping through, so I don't know. No, it's okay, it's okay. And now I'm pulling it so that it's in the middle, and then you can fray the up and the bottom, and that's really nice. It's really a nice look. Yeah, I like this, but I think I did it the wrong way, so the adhesive is on the other side. That's how it's feeling a little bit. Well, it's working, so I think I was wrong about that. So now I'm getting my bone folder to work it a little bit more. I think what I should have done is put some double-sided adhesive, because I see that it's pulling off, so that's what I'm doing. This is a little bit more, yeah, see, it's reacting to the glue, to my printable. That's what I was afraid of. Yeah, it is reacting to it. So my scissors, make it not too wide. Now I'm making this video long again. That wasn't my intention at all. It's really difficult when you do a tutorial to keep it not too long. So see if, yeah, that's possible to do. So I'm sticking down this adhesive on the ends. That's why it usually, also when you open and close your book, that is really where it has to be really sturdy. I think I'm over. This is not really, this is a little bit over it, but well. My printable is really forgiving because it's a little bit busy. You won't see mistakes as much. That's also positive. Oh yeah, it will have to dry thoroughly, and I can't bend it again. So in the next video you will see it all bended. Then I should have put double-sided tape also on the sides. If it's not drying correctly, I will do that. So I will show you that in the next video. But this is already really nice. You see also the design from the fabric, the IKEA fabric. It was, I think, plants. Yeah, this is coming up. Yeah, I let that dry because it will have to dry. That's why I'm not so fond of liquid adhesive. Sometimes you have and then make videos, so I can't show it, but I love this look. What do you guys think. I love that look with the white and the white edges and then the white in the middle and then the white closure and the other side. Yeah, I think I will put down the key and that will be it. So that's the last thing I do. I could do it on this side because this side is already a little bit busy, so yeah, I don't know how I'm going to stick this down, so I will think about that some more and I will do that in the next video. So this will be it for now. I hope you like it, and I will leave this or show what I did with the key. So I hope you like this this new printable that I made. And oh, you already see the fold a little bit. And my whole idea what I'm going to do, and I hope I did make some sense, and that this first tutorial that I'm doing with my very own printable, that you all will like what I do and like what I show you. Yeah, I like it, so I really am in love with my own printable. So let me know what you think, and please write me a comment down below, and I will see you in the next video. And it was really a pleasure to show you a tutorial where I'm using my own printables. So I will see you in the next video. Bye bye. Thank you for watching. Bye. Doei, doei, doei. Doeg.